Who cut that cheese? How many times do you think kids said that before they enjoyed one of America's favorite sandwiches, the grilled cheese sandwich? I'm J.J. Jackson, the rock and roll food guy. You know, Lenny Kravitz says that he makes the world's greatest grilled cheese sandwich. We're going to challenge that today and show you how to make one at home, easy as pie. Stay with us. We are going to make a great grilled cheese sandwich today that is easier than pie, but it's not going to taste like pie. It's going to taste like grilled cheese. Got a little bit of butter melted here in the pan right now, and we're just going to let it kind of come up. On this grilled cheese sandwich, what we like to use is Texas toast bread because of the width. It's about the width of 2 pieces of regular bread. I'm going to put a little mayonnaise on, and I like to get it on there kind of thick. And while I'm at it, I'm going to grab this piece, take a little of the excess, put it on here. So easy to do, tastes so good. And we're going to use 2 pieces of American cheese. I've got several cheeses out here because we're going to show you a couple of different variations in just a bit on how this works. Let's grab the American. That's the whitest of the yellows we have here. Put it together just like that. Then take the Texas toast. You can match it up if you want to, do it any way that you want to at all. Our butter is really doing well here. So I'm going to put side 1 down now. Just like that. Now what I like to do, and you can do it any way you want to do it, is I like to take a little bit more butter and put it on the top of the bread. And we'll probably add a little bit more butter to it too. Now, like we say in rock and roll, flame up. Here's what we want to do. We want to go ahead and check for the bottom to see how brown it is. And don't worry about touching it. It's okay. You won't get burned as long as you touch the top. And that looks just about golden brown enough, so I'm going to flip it. Watch this action. You ready? Yeah, baby. There you go. I'm going to give it just a little bit of a squash like that. I'm going to let that cook for just a moment. When it gets nice and brown on the outside, the cheese is going to be soft and gooey on the inside, just the way you love it. You know, there's a lot of times you'll look at this, the bread's very thick, and you think to yourself, well, how am I going to get all that cheese melted in there? Here's a trick for you. Just take a top, put it on while it's cooking, and that'll give you a chance to have the heat actually permeate through the bread into the cheese, and that way you'll get some of that great cheese softness when you go to take that very first bite. Now, it doesn't take very long. You kind of got to keep an eye on it. We'll take the top off now, put it over here, and just go ahead and flip it. And you see, that side got just a little bit browner. So we're going to leave it in there for just a short time, and in just minutes, actually in just moments, you'll have a true, great grilled cheese sandwich. All right? We are just about ready here. We're going to pick this up and get ready to plate it, and you're going to get a chance to see one of the truly great grilled cheese sandwiches, and you can do it so easy at home. Here we go. We'll put this on the plate. Boy, that's hot. Whoo! Wait till you see this. Look at that cheese inside. Isn't that great? There you have one of the great, kids love it, Saturday afternoon grilled cheese sandwiches. It's American and it's so tasty. Next, we're going to turn up the volume and show you something that maybe you haven't seen before. You're going to love it. It's great for the adults. And I'll tell you another thing, the kids probably won't dig it at all. It's coming up next. Now we're turning up the volume. This is a great Italian kind of switch on a regular grilled cheese sandwich, and we've got store-bought Italian bread here, and we're going to take that bread, lay it to the side now, because we're going to make a special mayonnaise to go in the middle. It's called an aioli, and we're going to use these ingredients. Here's a little chopped garlic. You can buy that in a jar at the store. This is a little sel de mer. This is sea salt, French sea salt. You don't have to do that. That's just fancy stuff. You can have regular salt, doesn't matter. A little paprika. There's a little bit of parsley there and a little bit of Italian seasoning, and we're going to take that, we're going to put all that into this mayonnaise. Just get it in there nice and easy. And try not to make a mess, but you know what? You make a mess, so what? It's cooking. It's going to be okay. And just to give it a little bit more flavor, we're going to throw just a tiny bit of ketchup in there with it. Easy to make at home. It's just a variation on regular mayonnaise. get it in there, swirl it around. Looks almost a little bit like Thousand Island dressing, and you know what? It probably is a cousin of Thousand Island dressing. But once you get it like that, you got something really special to go on the Italian bread. Now we're going to take this aioli, grab a knife, and just go ahead and put some on both sides of the Italian bread. See if we can get it in there nice and thick. That's going to taste like a combination of mayonnaise and ketchup and all those spices together. You know what? Here. Yeah, that's good. You're going to like this. This is really good. And we'll have the recipe available for you. Get this on there like that. Now, instead of using American cheese this time, we're going to use Italian provolone cheese. Now, the cheese that we're using has been medium aged. You can get it so that it's aged a very long time. You can get it smoked if you want to, but we think the flavor of what we're going to add to it next is going to make it even more special. Put the cheese on. 1, 2. Now this is Italian ham. It's called prosciutto. You go to Italy, they call it prosciutto. That's the way they pronounce it. We'll take a few slices of this, put it right on top of the provolone cheese. This is going to be so good. So good. We'll take the top, put it on here, nice and even, and then we'll get ready to put it in the pan. Go into the pan. And watch that butter melt. And what you want to do is make sure that it just melts. You don't want to get it brown, and you don't want to walk away from it either. Every time you walk away from butter in a pan and you smell something in another room, it's too late. It's already burnt. That's another good tip for you. While we got it in there, you know what? Let's go ahead and just put this goodness into this pan. And we'll let her go. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to butter the top of this bread. Now some people just like to put the butter in the pan, but for me, I like a little butter already on top of the bread so that it's ready to go by the time you're ready to flip it. That's good. Now we're going to check the sandwich once again to see how it looks. Oh yeah, golden brown. Here comes the flip. Absolutely. Check it out. Look at that steam. Now this time we're not going to use the lid because this cheese provolone has a lower melting ratio. And I think, oh yeah, this is fabulous. It's ready to go. Here we go. We're going to the board. This is going to be classic American, whoopsie, I mean Italian goodness. Now we're going to cut into this and wait till you see what this is like. With that prosciutto ham in there, it's going to be absolutely delicious. Lost a little, but that's okay. We'll just kind of clean it up like that. Move this half to here. Bring this half up. Drape a little over the top. And there you have a true Italian-American classic and a twist on the grilled cheese. And now we're going to make a cheddar bacon grilled cheese sandwich. This is going to be great. Grab Texas toast again, as in bread, double width. We're going to use mayonnaise again. Get it on there nice and thick. I'm actually going to put it on there a little thicker this time. More to ooze out. Now, we'll do the other side. Get it up there like that. Looks good to me. You can't make a mistake. It's so easy to do. Take 2 pieces of cheddar. Slide it on the top. We prepared bacon in advance, and it's crumbled. We're going to take this crumbled bacon. I'm going to try it 2 different ways here. First, I'm going to simply put a little bit on the mayonnaise side to see if it'll stick. That looks pretty good. And we'll put a little on the cheese side. You can't get I'll put the whole thing on there, what the heck. This may end up being the favorite. We're going to have to take a vote after this whole thing is over. You ready for this? 1, 2, 3. Rock and roll. Wow. Make sure this is already melted. That looks good. Tell you what, let's come over here and grab this bacon cheddar monster. Oh yeah, that's going to be great. Right in there. Give it a little tap. Move her down a little bit. And wait for brown. Now here's what we're going to do. Because this is cheddar cheese and it's a harder cheese, it needs a little help melting, we're going back to the top of the pan again and put it up here. And that way, and I'm actually squashing that Texas toast down, all of that bacon that's on there will get into that cheese and just get all moved up and tasty and delicious. Let's check it. That's gorgeous. Watch this. Over. Oh, man.